Q2 profit, amazing numbers, though the stock is falling. Happy Sunday and welcome to Tesla Sundays. What the hell is happening? This is the big question which we will dive into, so stay tuned and let's go. Okay, in the unbelievable case that this is your very first Tesla Sundays episode, let me give you an introduction. So after the intro that you just saw, we are diving into a small agenda for you, so you have the full blueprint of this episode. And before diving into that, please like this video. There's so much work going into these videos and I appreciate every single like that pushes this video to more investors so we can create a huge community and be all together in investing. Now let's talk about the agenda for today's Tesla Sundays. We will talk about the stock performance of the last 7 days. We will talk about the stock chart and analysis of the stock. Then we will go into the conference call of the Q2 earnings, and then I want to dive into the presentation of the Q2 and show you what I found interesting and all about this. Let's go. So as of this recording, we having an absolutely bloodbath on the stock market. Not only Tesla, but so many other stocks are very red today. Just as of this recording in this second, Tesla is down 8%. And the funny thing is that once a stock goes higher and higher, the percentage of the high price is then a pretty big jump. So 8, 9 or 10% is then easy $140 or $130 off the stock price, which then result into a stock price of $1,400, guys. And the whole week was a very volatile week. Okay, so we started the week with about 1,500 and then we went back to this almost all-time highs with 1,700, and then over the next couple of days until the numbers came out, we was hovering somewhere between 1,500 1,600, and then after the numbers we just quickly jumped up almost close to 1,700, and then since then we lost about 15%, which is $250 per share, guys. And this has to do with a couple of things. I believe first, it's the overall market that is just dragging everything down, and especially those stocks that gained a lot will lose a lot. Okay, secondly, I think there's a lot of profit taking because there's not too much events until the 22nd of September, which will be the battery day and shareholder meeting, which might have some information. We know where the Gigafactory is now. We know about everything, what happened in the Q2, how it looks compared to other car manufacturers, which we will dive in later on in this vlog, so stay tuned. And then we practically having a lot of time that something can happen. So I think there's a lot of people that just jump the bandwagon with Tesla, and then after that just taking some profit and maybe putting it in other stocks, or just securing before another meltdown or crash. So very, very interesting, and let's dive into the chart. Okay guys, so as of this recording here on this Friday, as you can see, the stock is minus 6.3% and counting. But as you can see here, I have already a couple of channels that I made up here. And if we are taking a closer look, then there was a couple of interesting points. So first of all, there was an outbreak of this channel that Tesla actually, let me clear all drawings. So here you can see there was kind of a channel that Tesla was in for a couple of weeks now. Okay, so as you can see, the top of this channel would be somewhere here, which you can connect with the other highs, and then you can see that Tesla most probably can trade into this channels. This means the following: if the stock can go down, there should be a resistance somewhere at, you know, $1,250. So, in my personal opinion, you know, also the 50 days average is also here supporting somewhere. So I guess here, you know, around this number is a big support. So once Tesla stock fall in this area, I think it would bounce back or not go lower than that. So this is a good entry point if you're not yet invested or thinking about investing. But, you know, it's hard to say when is really a good time to buy. I always say it's right now, guys. If you're convinced about the stock or a company, then you should invest right now. Don't try to time. You know, it can be that, you know, you wait and the stock goes up 10% and the next day 5%. It can also happen that the stock goes down 10% and then you're thinking, oh no, I will wait because it will go further down and it will go back up 10 or 15%. You know, everything is possible on the stock market. However, you know, let's have a look else. I believe, you know, we have here now with this outbreak a totally new situation where we don't have much resistance because we never were at those levels. You know, you might have you know, small resistance here at $1,500 that you know, we gained here a little bit you know, off. We bounced back 2 days off here, and you know, the highest point here were around 1,600 levels. So I think that Tesla can continue somewhere in this area. So a possible, you know, further go ahead would be somewhere about, you know, maybe something like this. So it could be, you know, maybe going further up like that. So it could bounce back along this bottom line of this trend line and the top here if it will develop as resistance. So this is, you know, the overall overlook over the stock chart. Let's dive into the next topic. Guys, if you are an investor in a stock, then the single best thing to be very close to the company is listen to their conference calls, guys, okay? Especially at the Q earnings releases, there's always a conference call where the management is taking some time to explain how the quarter was, what is important for the company, also what they think will be happening in the future, what they like, what they dislike. So many things, and exactly this happened also for Tesla. Before we diving in, I want to remind you that I have the most exclusive and best membership out there here on any stock investing channel. Just click the join button below all my videos. You can get access to our Discord chat. You can get access to one-on-one with me. So much value just by supporting this channel. So check it out if you want to become a better investor. Now let's talk about the Q2 earnings call with Elon Musk. I love this calls because I believe that he actually don't prepare for them. He just, you know, prepare those or say what he thinks. And you know, one of the single most important part of the earnings call 2020 Q2 was, in my personal opinion, when they talked about self-driving. He is actually using the latest software, obviously the development kit on his private vehicle that he's using, you know, to go to work and so on. He say it's absolutely mind-blowing how far they have come. And also he's saying that the most important, biggest asset gain in value and, you know, productivity will be when they turning the switch on full self-driving for all the cars, and the cars will get 5 times as valued as they are now. How does it come? Well, think about it. When the car will self-drive and the robotaxi service will be on, you know, this car will make money for you guys, okay? And therefore, this is what they think about about the asset improvement of value when they switch on the full self-driving. Moreover, I really like the comment that he compared Tesla's gain in deliveries by 10%, as you can see on this graphic right now, compared to the traditional car manufacturers that all lost deliveries. For example, Daimler, one of the most traditional car manufacturers out there, just released its numbers and they lost 30% of their revenue, guys. Okay, not only that, they made a loss of 1.9 billion euros, guys. So here you see, this is the main argument. Forget about everything. If someone tell you, in your friends or your colleagues or whoever, oh, Daimler or Volkswagen sold that and that many cars, well, that was the case, and it's backwards going, and Tesla is forward going. So Tesla will increase exponentially the car sales, and Daimler and others are slowly dying if they will not innovate. So this is the big thing, and if you are still not on board, then I cannot help you, because Tesla is one of the most important companies out there that will change, not only or already changed the auto industry, but also will change the way how we consume power in our house, how we will ourselves will produce power and send it out. And also solar is a big priority right now for Tesla. So here we are, the Q2 release, official release by Tesla. I really like the new design that they introduced a couple of quarters ago with the new CFO, Zach Kirkhorn. So obviously the first number that directly jumped into my eye was the 535 million increase in our cash position, which brings the total cash to $8.6 billion. And remember, guys, because Tesla has to pay their suppliers just 2 months after and get the money from the clients as soon as they deliver those cars, we are having always a positive cash flow months after months after months, and therefore this numbers will just increase, which is fantastic. Amazon was for many years unprofitable, but they had always positive cash flow. This is so important for this company. And then you can see here, obviously this was amazing, 104 GAAP. This stands for General Accounting Rules, and they had this profit even though the factory was closed, guys. Even they couldn't deliver so many cars. So this is absolutely fantastic. Now the fourth quarter of sequential profitability. Who would knew this, that this is happening? Nobody, guys. Nobody trusted Tesla, or most of them not. Therefore it became one of the short sold stock on the stock market, and this obviously gave us a nice little short squeeze over there. So other than that, some other operation highlights, the new US Gigafactory will be in Texas, increased Model S range to 400 miles, and the Model Y and China-made Model 3 production rates continue to increase. Then we having, and this is very impressive as well, the gross margin since for a couple of quarters now, even in the Q2, increasing or staying that high. This is the right saying. So as you can see, 25.4% of profit margin. This is amazing, guys. No other car manufacturer has something like this. All right, this is really impressive. Then we have a little bit of numbers that I want to have a look. So the Q2 revenue quarter over quarter was relatively flat, but if you are considering that we had the biggest health crisis ever, this is definitely passable. And I wanted to show you guys the solar deployed as well as the storage. storage deployed. This is very important, guys, because this will be the next big thing for Tesla. And as you can see, the solar actually was down. I guess this is because they deployed the new product and so on. They still need to work on the distribution, but storage grow 61% quarter over quarter. This is very impressive, guys. This is the next big future for Tesla, guys, and therefore I believe that this is super important, super great. Other than that, you know, there's a little bit of information that, you know, they will actually kind of increase the capacity from 400 to 500,000 units per year at Fremont. You know, Shanghai is growing anyway. There will be a Model Y lines, and this will be with deliveries expected in 2021. Very important also for the further outcome, and this graphic is absolutely fantastic as well. Other than that, you know, pretty good that they actually also improving the software also in terms of that they are very close to full self-driving. This is what I could extract of this presentation. Moreover, you know, a couple of interesting photos as well of the new production line Model Y in China. As you can see, they are going fast, they are going, you know, robotic. So here you can see the Gigafactory in Berlin or near Berlin now with the walls getting established. So also here record time getting built. So this will be a great future for, you know, car enthusiasts in Germany as well as in Europe. The first big car manufacturer in electrification, that building an own playground over there. This is fantastic, guys. This is actually how it will look like, you know, very beautiful, very nice design, a little bit, you know, friendlier than the one in Fremont as well as in Shanghai. So other than that, you know, I think this was the most important metrics here.